Stay a while and listen.
Hello everybody, my name is Necroxis, and I have a question for you. Are you prepared for Legion's story? Well, fret not, because today we continue our series catching up everybody on the goings-on in the new upcoming expansion. In this episode, we're tackling the Thunderous Stormheim. Eons ago, the spacefaring gods known as the Titans found the planet of Azeroth in the Great Dark Beyond. Unfortunately, it had already been infested by the horrific void creatures known as the Old Gods and their Black Empire. To cleanse the planet of this malady, the Pantheon, the elite sect of the Titans, empowered servants to fight the Old Gods and their minions. One of these keepers empowered was named Odin, strengthened by the most powerful member of the Pantheon, Aman'Thul the Highfather. The keepers themselves also created servants to help them on their task, known as the Titanforged. Several of Azeroth's most prominent races are descendants of these Titanforged, but the ones relevant to Stormheim are the Vrykul. Covered in iron and acting as servants of the Keepers, the Vrykul were instrumental in helping Odin and another Keeper, Ra, in defeating Ragnaros the Fire Lord and help orchestrate the defeat and imprisonment of Yogg-Saron. Once the elemental lords of the Black Empire were defeated, Keeper Ra created the elemental planes to imprison them there, doing so with the help of a gifted Titanforged sorceress named Helya. Eventually, the Old Gods would be defeated and imprisoned as well, and for his role in helping do so, Odin was gifted with the title of Prime Designate, leader of all the Titanforged on Azeroth. However, the rest of the Keepers wanted to honor the Proto-Dragons for helping them fight the monstrous Galakrond, giving them part of the Titan's power and ensuring they safeguard Azeroth. Odin was vehemently against this, believing that only the Titanforged, of which the Proto-Dragons were not, could be trusted to defend the planet. Despite his objections, the dragon aspects were empowered by the rest of the Keepers. In response, Odin said to hell with the lot of them, and with the help of Helya once again, took a section of Ulduar, which was Yogg-Saron's prison, raised it into the sky, and created the Halls of Valor. He declared that any Vrykul that died a worthy death in battle would have their spirits brought to the Halls of Valor and given new bodies to fight as his Valajar, an army he created and thought that would be much better defenders of Azeroth than the dragons. But Odin needed somebody to become undead and take the spirits of worthy warriors from the Shadowlands to his Halls of Valor. No Vrykul wished to perform this role, as they believed it be a curse damning them for all of eternity. So Odin's hand was forced. Helya, who Odin began seeing as a surrogate daughter, tried to talk him out of it. Instead, he forcefully transformed Helya into the first Valkyr and demanded she do the job for him. For thousands of years, Helya grew to despise Odin for what he had done to her, until one day she was approached by another Titan Keeper, Loken. Loken was already under the influence of Yogg-Saron, whose prison in Ulduar had begun weakening, and convinced Helya to turn against Odin. Using that same magic she worked to lock the elemental planes, Helya sealed Odin and his Valajar army inside the Halls of Valor. She declared herself caretaker of Vrykul souls, and established her new realm of Helheim. Helya would eventually be replaced by Aegir under Odin's command as leader of the Valkyr, while Loken stole Odin's title of Prime Designate, since Odin was no longer able to leave the Halls of Valor and reveal Loken's corruption. Years later, about 15,000 before the events of Legion, Yogg-Saron began spreading a curse among the Titanforged, warping them into fleshy bodies and weakening their wills to his corruption. This curse of flesh affected the Vrykul as well, resulting in their children being born weak and ugly by Vrykul standards. These runts were dubbed aberrations to be killed, yet some Vrykul could not bear to kill their own children. Instead, they sent them south, and these Vrykul would eventually go on to become the first humans. Another group of Vrykul would eventually sail south, searching for their holy land, and arrive on the Broken Shore, settling in Stormheim. In the current day, most of these Vrykul in Stormheim are led by God King Skovald, who had allied himself with the Burning Legion. The Legion promised Skovald and his followers untold power if they're able to secure the Aegis of Agrimar for them. This pillar of creation resides in the Halls of Valor, under the protection of Odin and his Valajar. Odin still continues to honor his word of ascending fallen Vrykul warriors to his Halls of Valor, but Helya, having grown as strong as Odin himself, does everything she can to thwart his plans, still spiteful for being permanently confined to the realm of Helheim. The Horde and Alliance now need to race against Skovald and his Legion allies in securing the Aegis, as Odin will still grant it to whomever he dubs worthy, and passes certain trials, regardless of their affiliation. While the Horde and Alliance are racing to stop Skovald and secure the Aegis, they will be battling against one another as well. Gen Greymane leads the Alliance here, while the newly crowned War Chief Sylvanas Windrunner leads the Horde. Gen is seeking vengeance for Sylvanas' perceived betrayal of the Alliance at the Broken Shore, as well as her and the Forsaken's destruction of their homeland of Gilneas and Sylvanas' personal assassination of Gen's son, Liam. Sylvanas, however, has other plans besides defending her forces from the Alliance. An opportunity has arisen that could solve the Forsaken's problem of lack of procreation. Nobody knows her true plans, but the Horde will need to aid their war chief in pursuing them, while the Alliance will do anything to stop her. Time will only tell if the Banshee Queen will emerge victorious, and what that could mean for both the Horde and the Alliance. And now you are prepared! Thanks for watching, everybody! If you found this video informative or entertaining, feel free to hit that like button. If you have any questions or feedback, positive or negative, leave those in the comments below and I'll do my best to address them. But as always, the best way to help me out is by sharing this video with anybody you think would find it interesting. I am always looking to introduce more people to the lore, so if I can do that for even just one person, this whole thing will be worth it. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all next time for the finale. Stay awesome, and yeah, farewell.